Welcome. I'm so glad you are here. I'm Susan Hyde, and I am going to talk tonight. I'm going to try to be as quick as possible, but still give you enough meat so that you can leave feeling equipped and empowered to care for your family. So this class is Mama's Wellness Cabinet, and I did share I'm going to talk a little bit about essential oils, but really, more than 50% of this is going to be from other information, tips, and other things that I have implemented in my home over the last 10 years, which I have found to be really, really helpful to not only keep our family healthier, but when we do succumb to cough or flu or, anything like that, I have tools in my toolbox at 2 a.m. in the morning so that I can have something to use, right? Without having that fear. I'm sure everybody's experienced it because I had, especially when I was a young mom, just like, oh, I don't know what to do, and just feeling really ill-equipped. And I really want to empower you in knowing that you have great intuition, right? We do know that women and especially mothers have amazing intuition for their own children. And when we tap into that, it is great. So hopefully you will not find this overwhelming. You will just have the information that you need. And here's the thing, if you have to, hop out of the call, you are going to get the recording. You can come back and watch and listen to it as many times as you need to. If you want to share it with a friend, feel free to do that as well. So we are going to talk about just a basic wellness toolbox. And so simple, natural options that you can keep on hand. So I will just share a little bit of my story. I didn't become the crunchy granola mom until about 12 years ago because that part of my story, which I'm not going to go into tonight, but diagnosed with lupus. I was chronically depressed and on medication for over 16 years. It wasn't until my health really hit a brick wall that I began to wake up and really realize the things that I was using, the things that I was eating were not helping my body function at its best. And so that is a huge learning curve. And so if you are just beginning on that journey, just know that there's hope and there is just so much amazing community that is around to be able to help you in that journey. So we're going to start first to talk about nourishing the body because there's a quote or a statement that floats around. You cannot out supplement a bad diet. And it is so true. You could sit there and think you're going to take all the supplements and do all of the things while you're drinking your Diet Coke and eating your Doritos, and it's just not going to work. And so we're just going to touch on some basics, which I think are really critical when we move into the fall and winter season, right? There's a reason that people get sick more, but there's a reason that we crave like those comfort foods, right? And so when we really give the body some of those things, it really can make a difference. So practical tips. Definitely nourish your body in the best way possible. And so one of the things that is a must in our house is Ningxia Red. So this is a Young Living product. I will talk a little bit more about it as I go through this content, but Ningxia Red is an antioxidant drink. It tastes a little bit like a cranberry cherry juice. It's a puree. It's not even really a juice, but it is what I consider a multivitamin for myself because it covers so many body systems. And so when you have something that's high antioxidant, it really serves all of the different body systems that you have. So that one is truly the easy button. It doesn't get much easier than a packet of goodness that you can take. But when we are talking about fixing food for our family, right, we really want to think about ditching as much processed food as we have. Many of you guys probably already know this, and many of you guys are on that journey. So, but it's the simple things that we sometimes don't even think about. But like, we don't have cereal in our house anymore. And you might constitute granola as cereal. I don't, because I'm very choosy on the granola that I choose, but we do not buy boxed cereal anymore because there really is no nutritional value. We've been duped. I was duped for many years in believing that that was a great breakfast item, and it really isn't. And so just kind of considering what are the other options that you could do, I mean, oatmeal and fruit is a great option, eggs, those kind of things, getting away from high sugar items, especially in the winter. We're running into that. People want to call it the cold and flu season, but it really is. It's like the sugary sweets and all of that season, right? We run into Halloween, and then we have Thanksgiving, and then we have the holidays, and then everybody's like, oh no, what happened? And we hit the new year and everybody's like, need to get to the gym and, and start a diet plan. So being really aware of that, I think, is really critical. Trying to cook as much at home, batch cooking tomorrow on my Instagram. If you are watching the recording, you'll have to go back and find it. But, I'm going to talk about some great fall recipes and soups and different comfort foods that, you could batch cook to make it easier for you and your family and freeze those items and have them on hand. That is a really powerful way to really serve your family. Thinking about just simple meals, it doesn't have to be big, exorbitant things, but vegetables, grains, lean proteins with minimal ingredients to keep it easy for you. When you're feeding the body highly dense and nutritious food, it really does pay off. Obviously, incorporating fresh produce is amazing. If you aren't able to get a lot of fresh produce, frozen can be just as beneficial. So do not shy away from that freezer section of just, like frozen veggies are great. Frozen fruit to add to smoothies are as well a great option. And then try to make some homemade snacks. So I've been doing this more, and it really has made a difference. You're not getting a lot of the added sugar and the other things that are added, preservatives and things like that, to foods, and you don't really want those in your body, and you don't want that for your kiddos as well. So I know for me, if I have a meal plan, I am much better during the week. But there's a lot of weeks that I don't have a meal plan. But if that is an area that that would be helpful for you, I would highly suggest sitting down on a Saturday or Sunday and just looking at your week ahead and thinking about what meals you can prepare that are going to be healthy options for your family so that you aren't scrambling at the last minute. So that is just kind of a basic thing. We want to input really good food because that is really what is going to help the body operate at its best. So, all right, so we're going to touch on emotional support and self-care, because with fall and winter comes a lot of holidays and different things which can cause some emotions. So this is a little area where I'm going to talk about essential oils. So essential oils can actually play a really powerful role in helping your children. And I know I use oils on me often, but they are so powerful for little people that often can't express their emotions. So oils like, I've got lavender here and frankincense, also valor here, are known to be very calming. So you can use essential oils in a diffuser. You can use them topically. They are really powerful because they go right, when you breathe them in, they go right to your limbic system. And that is immediate. It is not, you're not having to wait for some response or reaction time. That will start calming the body immediately. So I love the option for that. So when you have that power of smell with diffusing, it can really calm a child down instantly. I need to find, there was a video circulating of a friend that had a small little baby crying, and she just took the bottle of lavender and took the lid off and just put it right out in front of the little baby's nose. And within 15 seconds, the baby calmed down and just stopped crying. It was so powerful. So that is how powerful it can be, how that response is. So if you're unfamiliar with the power of essential oils, definitely something to keep in your back pocket. Also, with the power of smell, you have oils like peppermint here and also lemon. They can sharpen focus and mental clarity. Great for, if you're homeschooling, to be diffusing that at home, or if your kiddo is doing homework at home. that is great. Lavender and peace and calming are great for sleep. And so let's touch on sleep, and we'll talk in a minute more about sleep too. But sleep is when your body is in its restoration phase. And so we really do need good sleep, right? Because your body is meant to heal itself. And if you're not sleeping, you're not getting into that space for your body to do that. So one of these, studies that I shared a couple days ago, because I did an Instagram live on diffusing basics, but this to me is so powerful on how diffusing can really impact your health benefits in your home. But there is a study on Thieves oil, which is one of Young Living's blends that's exclusive to Young Living. But that oil blend, Thieves, has incredible purifying properties. There was a study done by Weber State University, and it found that diffused Thieves essential oil blend has a 99.96% kill rate against airborne bacteria after only 10 minutes of exposure. So can you imagine if you just ran a few diffusers in your home during the fall and winter with some Thieves, that how much of an impact that would have, regardless if somebody is feeling sick or not. But if you do in fact have somebody in your home that's sick and you really don't want other people, to catch that diffusing Thieves is very, very powerful. So I love that study. There are other studies on pub.med.org. You can find other ones as well. So if you just Google, you'll find there was 2 other ones that I cited the other day, but diffusing is very, very effective. So not only does it freshen the air and it makes, you smell in all the stuff, especially this week when I'm doing all of the clove and cinnamon and orange smells, it makes you feel good. But those are truly immune supporting oils as well, as I just shared. So let's talk more about this sleep. So sleep is incredibly important in that recover and repair phase. Essential oils can really be incorporated to help getting some great routines for sleep. So to ensure restful sleep, you want to create a calming bedtime ritual. This is common knowledge, right? But so often we get in a hurry, we forget. So making sure, especially during this season, that you allow space to have a bedtime routine, whatever that looks like for you, but also for your family, for your little ones, whether it's a bath time and stories, and quiet time and starting diffusers or whatever that looks like, it's really beneficial. So for my 14-and-a-half-year-old, we have one of the new Young Living diffusers that it runs on an app. So it automatically will go off in the evening, and he chose to diffuse lavender, and then it will automatically go off in the morning when his alarm has gone off, and he chose a different oil to diffuse. So those are creating really great rhythms for him, and he associates that smell with that good experience. Well, I don't know if he thinks waking up in the morning is a good experience, but he comes up in a good mood. So that is helpful for me. But sleepy oils to use, lavender and peace and calming, really effective ones. Stress away is another one that I actually really love here. And yeah, so there's so many choices, but they promote relaxation, settle restless minds. That can be what keeps us awake, right? Everything is going on in our minds. So that's a little bit about that. One of my tricks, which I shared over the last year, especially last winter, and I think it surprised some people, was about adding humidity to your home. So I live in the Pacific Northwest. You wouldn't think I needed to add humidity in my home because it's pretty damp and rainy. But what happens in the fall and winter especially is that our furnaces start coming on. It may be cold and damp outside, but that forced air that we have ends up just drying out the inside air, right? So when you boost your home's humidity to the ideal range of between 40 and 60%, it can have a significant impact on your family's health, especially during the cooler months. So when that air gets drier. So here's why. Virus inactivation. Did you know that viruses like the flu thrive in dry conditions? Increasing your home's humidity creates an environment that helps inactivate viruses, making it harder for the illnesses to spread. According to studies, humidity levels between that 40 and 60% reduce viral activity and can even decrease the lifespan of airborne pathogens. So huge. The second reason for humidity is respiratory health. Dry air can lead to irritated nasal passages, dry throats, and even worsen respiratory conditions like asthma or allergies. By keeping humidity levels balanced, you help maintain moisture in your airways, which is critical for preventing dryness and irritation. I could really tell this last winter. I would notice a couple days if I missed refilling our humidifier, and I would be like, oh, my nose started to kind of hurt. My body was really getting accustomed to having that moisture in the air, and I could really tell a difference. So, and then the third reason, immune response. When your body is constantly exposed to dry air, it puts extra strain on your immune system. So keeping that moisture in the air is really critical. And so you guys here that got the recording, you got a link to a Google Drive that had a handout, but it also had a document that has links to different things. There is a link to my Amazon store for my seasonal favorites, and it has my humidifier that I love. I've tried several. This is the one I love because I can take it all apart and I can clean it very well. And I take it apart and I spray all the things down with Thieves and I put it back together and it's great. If you have a humidifier that you can't break apart, you are going to have a problem with mold and fungus growing in there, and that is not what you want, right? So the second thing too that goes along with humidity with regard to our air is an air filter. And I'll just say, I didn't join the air filter party until about 2.5 years ago when we moved into this house. I had never had any kind of air purifier or anything like that, but I can tell that it does make a difference. And so what I want to say here is I'm going to share a lot of tools, right? And so you may be in a season where you're going to see all of these different things and be like, oh my gosh, I can't do any of these things, or, you know, this is too much. And I'm just going to say, slow down and just out of the things that we're going to talk about, maybe there's just one thing that you can shift, or maybe one thing, maybe it's just, I'm going to buy a humidifier and we're going to add that in, you know, the room, our main area in our home or whatever. So I don't want you to feel overwhelmed or, oh my gosh, I have to go out and spend $500 on all the things. Use this information, put it in, you know, a safe spot where you can refer to it and just know that you have the knowledge, right? Because air filters, they are a little bit of an investment. And so I purchased several different ones. So let me tell you what I chose, and then I'll share why air filters are especially helpful if you deal with allergies in your home, but also in the season that we're just entering, that is cold and flu. So I personally recommend the Air Doctor purifiers. And so I will tell you, I have had 2 other air purifiers and I did not see a huge difference in what was being taken out of the air. And I could tell this when I went to clean the filter. And so, and several of the 2 other ones that I did try were very noisy. And I don't mind a little bit of noise knowing that something is going off, but it was very noisy. And so what I really love about the Air Doctor is that it is just a subtle background noise, and some people wouldn't even catch it. So, but why I chose Air Doctor too, they have advanced filtration, which is 3 levels of protection for cleaner air. It has a pre-filter, which captures the large particles of dust and pet hair. It has a carbon of VOC filter, which eliminates odors and harmful volatile organic compounds. And it has an ultra HEPA filter, which traps 99.99 of ultra fine particles down to 0.003 microns. So including allergens, smoke, and bacteria. And I'll say every summer, this summer actually was not that bad. We usually deal with smoke from wildfires coming in. And so I remember 2 summers ago, we couldn't even see across the lake. I mean, I couldn't keep open my windows at all. We stayed inside. And even still, my ear doctor, it has a little range on it where you can tell if it's really doing more work than just the average. It like has to amp itself up. It changes colors on a thing. And it was doing that even with all of our doors shut, the smoke was still getting in. So I felt very glad that I had that. So anyway, so there's the air doctor, which is what I would prefer, or what I would suggest. And then they have sales all the time. So keep your eye open on that. I did put a link for another one that did okay. If air doctor is completely not an option for you, this one is a little more affordable, and it is definitely better than nothing. So let's talk about like head congestion, my headaches, achiness. So some of the things that I love to use out of my oily toolbox for that is definitely diluted peppermint and lavender. Can gently massage into your shoulders, your necks, around your temple. Peppermint is really amazing for headaches. Peppermint, and you can also combine it with raven or even frankincense. It does so well, especially for sinus issues, just rubbing it here. You can even rub it here diluted on your cheeks. It's very soothing. You can use the oils in an Epsom salt bath, which is great for any kind of congestion, or if you just need, help with your muscles and that kind of stuff, that is really helpful as well. Ear issues, okay? So whether it's swimmer's ear, or you've got a little one that's teething, or frequent pain from colds and that, definitely your oils come in handy. So there's copaiba, which is a great oil for pain. You can layer that with purification. You can also layer it with lemon. Lemon, that will help loosen any kind of congestion, especially in the ear. When we came back from swimming this summer, my son was complaining about his ear feeling clogged, and that's exactly what we did. Took diluted lemon and just kept putting it here on the outside of the ear. Here's my headphone. But you never want to put any oil directly in your ear canal, but you can use it all around the outside of the ear. So, and lemon is very effective, but you do want to use it diluted, because it can end up, if you're applying it in the same area, it can irritate your skin if you keep applying at the same spot. So, but yeah, you can really release liquid and stuff from your lymph nodes as well. So, okay, sore throats, dry, scratchy throats. Oh, I didn't grab one of the things I wanted to talk about, but when I start feeling a sore throat, or somebody else complains for a sore throat, we grab our Thieves cough drops. And so the Thieves cough drops, I didn't grab one, of course, but they are the Thieves oil in a little drop form, and you just pop it in your mouth, and so effective for any kind of dry cough. It will soothe your throat. People also take the cough drops and put them in a mug of hot water and let that cough drop dissolve. And then it's just like a little cup of tea that it has a little bit of the Thieves in it. I love the lozenge and cough drop you can break it into little pieces so that your children, you don't have to be fearful that they're going to have too big of a piece. My little 4-year-old granddaughter loves these Thieves cough drops. When I break them up into little pieces, she just thinks they're the best thing ever. And I'm happy to give them to her, because I know she's getting a little bit of that Thieves in. So other things that you can use around your throat: frankincense, lemon, Thieves. You could even use the RC, lavender. Really, if you have an oil, just get it on with some carrier oil. And a carrier oil, when I say use diluted, I'm referring to using a carrier oil, which can be grapeseed, it can be coconut oil, anything that will dilute that essential oil. So usually I put a little bit of a carrier oil in my palm, put a couple drops of oil in that, and rub it together, and then apply it wherever I am. So it doesn't dilute the effectiveness of the oil, but it does make it go across a larger area. And if you have sensitive skin, that is going to be the ticket for you. You're going to want to do that. So yes, Thieves cough drops are the best one for any kind of sore throat and scratchy throats. So, and then tummy troubles. We have some great oils for that. Digise is one. It does not smell good. It comes right, I'm trying to find it. Here it is right here. It smells horrible, so don't put that in your diffuser. But it is super effective for any kind of gastrointestinal issues. So if you are constipated, if you have diarrhea, if you have excessive gas, you can do a couple things. You can rub it diluted on your belly. You can also drop the Digise directly under your tongue. Right there, we call it sublingually. And you would just go and drop a couple there. Using oils sublingually is the quickest way into your bloodstream. And so, yes. So sometimes if we go out to Mexican and just things aren't sitting right, that's what I will do because it will help very quickly. So anyway, so there's a little bit on that. And I will share, I have some other tips here that I'm going to share of things that I keep in my wellness cabinet that will help with tummy troubles as well, which, you know what, I'll just jump to that one because that makes a good segue. But activated charcoal. If you do not have activated charcoal in your wellness cabinet, I suggest putting that one on your list and having it on hand, because when you need it, you are not going to have to want to wait to get it. So activated charcoal is a versatile remedy for any type of digestive issue, and it can be handy to have. It relieves gas and bloating. So activated charcoal actually binds to gas and toxins in the gut, helping to reduce that bloating and that discomfort feeling. It soothes indigestion. It can help alleviate symptoms of indigestion by absorbing excess stomach acid. So this is activated charcoal. It just comes in a capsule, so you can just use it as it's says here, and it's linked in my Amazon store. It's also great for an emergency detox, useful for minor detox situation. It can absorb toxins from the digestive system. So I've used it when we've had people complaining, like flu type symptoms, very upset stomach. If you're unsure if you had maybe if you've got diarrhea and you're like, I don't know if this is food poisoning or what, activated charcoal is going to be your best friend, because it does give fast relief for some of those digestive issues. So, okay. So here we go to my daily supplements that I really try to be regimented, or at least to keep these on hand when we need them. And so these are the things that I've learned actually over, I would say, the last 4 to 5 years. And especially in the last couple of years, these have been helpful. So I did touch on my favorite, which is Ningxia Red. So it's a whole food, nutrient dense drink, has vitamins, minerals, amino acids, polyphenols, making it an essential part of any wellness toolkit. It supports overall wellness altogether. So it is definitely, if I was only able to take one thing on a deserted island, it would be my Ningxia. So there you go. So maybe my homebody coffee mug, but no, maybe I could drink my Ningxia out of my homebody coffee mug. So, okay. So back to just touching on humidifier. So we have 2 in our main living area, and I would say this area is probably close to, I don't know, 1,000 feet. So, and then we have one in the bedroom and then one in my son's bedroom. So we don't keep the ones on in the bedroom on all the time, but if I'm feeling dry or maybe I am feeling congested, I definitely will be running those. So, all right. The next goodie that I have discovered in the last year that has made a huge difference for me personally is beef liver organs. And so this is the one that I have been taking now for a good 6 months. This is by Paleo Valley. And honestly, beef liver organs was kind of a new supplement for me to take. And I take it now kind of as my daily multivitamin. A lot, I take my Ningxia and I have beef liver. I used to take a handful of supplements a day and I don't anymore. And I feel like it can be really helpful to hone in on some real powerful supplements, and you don't have to be taking, a dozen different things every single day. So why beef liver? Well, vitamin B12, it's high when you're here with beef liver, but most Americans, most people have a vitamin B12 deficiency. Up to 50% of Americans lack B12, leading to issues like anemia, fatigue, and autoimmune conditions. So this beef liver organ has B12, and it's only found in animal products. So if you aren't eating animal products, you're going to be deficient. Even if you are, you may not be eating ones that are high quality, so that you're not really getting a lot of the nutrients in them. And then the health benefits, beef liver supports immune function with the vitamins iron and copper, aiding in antibody production and overall health. So profound. I know my daughter struggles with having low iron issues, and a few years back she was on like an iron supplement, and that really never helped her. And so she was chatting with me not too long ago, and I said to her, I don't think that iron supplement is going to help you in the long run. I really think if you give the body what it's needing to help produce the iron and get that in, going in your body. And so she just started on the beef liver. And so I'm hopeful that that's going to be a little more helpful for her in the long run. So, okay. So the next one I have chatted a little bit about as well, but it is magnesium. Friends, if you are not taking magnesium and you're not giving this to your children, if you start, it's a game changer. You will see a difference in so many things. So magnesium is vital for over 600 biochemical reactions in your body. Despite its importance, over 80% of people don't get enough magnesium from their diet due to soil deficiencies in the US, which can cause increased disease risk and overall performance impact. It will impact your overall performance. So the benefits of magnesium, it promotes relaxation. So it's huge in helping balance stress responses. So imagine, right, in the winter time, you are stressed and then you're met with all of these other things your body can't overcome when you are stressed, right? We've all been in those situations where we've either been traveling, or maybe we had a really hard couple weeks, or we have a family thing that goes down and we're under so much stress. And then what happens? We get sick. Our body just isn't able to keep up with that. And so one of the things that I learned is that when your body is under stress, it depletes its minerals. So if you are not replenishing minerals when you are under stress, you are going at a negative. You are below the empty line. And so we need to be really aware of that. So magnesium, like I said, promotes relaxation. It enhances sleep. So you'll fall asleep faster and enjoy deeper sleep. It supports your immune system. It plays a key role in that, in the healthy immune responses. Electrolyte balance. It's essential for maintaining a healthy heart rhythm, and it also is great for bone health. It provides crucial building blocks for strong bones. So I like 2 different magnesiums. Young Living actually just came out with this super magnesium, and I'll talk about that one in just a second. I was taking this, excuse me, this Bio Optimizer, this Magnesium Breakthrough. It has 7 different types of magnesium, which I found to be very effective. I really liked it versus another magnesium that I was taking. So this one is great. And then I kind of alternate with the new one from Young Living. And what I love about Young Living supplements is that Young Living supplements have essential oils added to the supplement. And study after study, and this is the reason why I love supplements from Young Living, The essential oil actually helps your body assimilate, which means absorb and use more of the supplement. Because of that essential oil in there, it crosses into your cells more easily. So you are actually getting more of the supplement. So when they came out with this one, I was like, I want to try it. So one of the features with this magnesium that it has is melon juice concentrate, which actually protects and enhances the magnesium efficiency. It reduces oxidative stress and combats fatigue, and it's sourced sustainably from France, this melon juice concentrate. And this, I should have pulled this out. This magnesium is from seawater, and it's off of, I think it was Iceland is where they source this, the magnesium from this seawater. It's crazy. I love it that there's all of these fun places that you can get real, true, natural supplements. So that supports over 300 bodily processes, that magnesium. And then it also has bergamot essential oil, which is great for easing anxious feelings. It also helps lower cortisol and soothes the nervous system. So like I said, I just kind of interchange these two. I find that to be really a great balance for me. So, all right, just a couple more things in my toolbox and then we'll be wrapping up, friends. Okay, two more things that you want to have in your toolbox are these guys. We have NAC, I call it NAC, NAC, and then we have Pure Defense NAC. So I'm going to talk about the Pure Defense NAC here, which is powerful for supporting your immune function, and it's great for upper respiratory health. So you can think, not too long ago, everybody was really concerned with having things on hand for this upper respiratory health, right? This is when I discovered this product, and I haven't let it out of my house ever since. So it combines NAC, which is an amino acid, I believe. You can look up on the information on there, but it's a big long word, nanosectiol. Anyway, I'm not a scientist, so, but that's why I call it NAC. But it combines that NAC with epichlor flavonoids and essential nutrients like vitamin C, D, and zinc to strengthen both innate and adaptive immune responses. So you're getting all of that in this this one capsule. So you're getting the NAC, but you're getting C, D, and zinc, and quercetin as well, and European elderberry in here. So it's really a great one. I don't take this on a regular basis, but I certainly want to have it on hand when anybody starts complaining that they have any kind of sore throat or, congestion going on. This is what I start giving them. So, and then I also keep just plain NAC on hand. It is great because it helps with liver support. It is an antioxidant support. It boosts glutathione levels, providing powerful antioxidant protection. It's great for lung health and liver support. So I take this one on occasion, and I will share it with my son too. If he starts feeling congested, or maybe I feel like it's like some allergies or something, just plain NAC is what I use. If I don't need the other, pieces in there, like the extra vitamin C and D and all of that, then I just give this one versus that one, if that makes sense. So, oh, I have one more that I didn't grab. You know what? I will grab it really quick because it's right here and I don't want to not have you guys see it, but it is a natural, it's a Source Naturals wellness formula that I want to tell you guys about because it's so good. All right, sorry about that, you guys. Had a little intermission. Okay, so this is another one that you do not want to be without. So order this one and have it on hand before you need it. So this is packed with all kinds of stuff. So it's got key ingredients like vitamin C, vitamin A, beta carotene, grapeseed to protect immune cells from free radicals. It's got zinc and copper, which provides extra defense against harmful superoxide radicals. It's great for stress support. It includes adaptogens like Euthyrococcus and Astragalus to help the body manage emotional and physical stress. It's loaded with traditional immune boosters like echinacea, elderberry, garlic, and propolis. It supports respiratory health with ingredients like mullein and horehound. It literally is a powerhouse. So I'll just tell a brief story on this one. A couple years ago, we headed to Phoenix for a wedding, and my daughter started taking this before she traveled on the airplane, her and her husband. So they came to the wedding. Our whole family was down there for the wedding and everything. And she took this religiously the whole time they were gone. And wouldn't you know it, everybody else came home and we all got sick, but they didn't. So now I'm like, I take this when I'm going to be traveling or I'm going to be around large groups of people. Because it was like that story is going to stick with me forever. So this is one of our go-tos as well to have on hand when people start feeling ill. And I love that it actually is very economical. This bottle has 240 capsules, and I can't remember, it might be $40. It's very economical to have on hand. So anyway, so that one, and then I have one last goodie that is a brand new product from Young Living that came out just a couple of months ago. It's kind of hard to see, but this is called Phyton Nutrition, and it is deep spectra phytonutrition. It's a powerful antioxidant supplement designed to boost overall health and wellness. It combines the benefits of black seed oil, essential oils like frankincense, and antioxidant-rich ingredients to support the immune function, cell health, and vitality. So I will say I can't talk about the amazing things that this has because it would get me in trouble here in a recorded situation. But if you look up black cumin seed oil and find out what it's good for, that's what's in this, along with the frankincense resin oil, frankincense resin powder. You've got orange peel oil and cocoa seed powder as well. So it is highly helpful for so many issues in the body. So my son was struggling with a cough over the last few weeks. This is what we were using for him on a cough. And it was very effective. So, you know, it just comes to having, like I said, a toolbox. You want a toolbox so that you can draw on different things, because we know there isn't going to be one thing that works on every single virus that you get or cold or, you know, any little thing that ends up happening. But when you have a toolbox, then you can pull from different things and try different things. So I find that it's really, really helpful for that. So if you're listening and you don't have essential oils in your home and you're wanting that, I've linked to this starter kit, and this is what I would recommend for somebody who needs a toolbox, because you're going to get 12 oils, you're going to get a diffuser, you're going to get some Ningxia Red, you're going to get a great selection of oils to be able to have on hand. And I have a separate class that just goes over all the ways that you can use the oils in that. So, but that's all linked in the document to the other resources, to the things that I talked about as well. But again, my hope and my desire is for you to feel just very empowered. You know, when you change and do little steps to help your family live healthier, right? It makes a huge difference. And when we can choose to use products that are helpful and holistic, that is even better. So it's a good thing. So thank you so much, you guys. I kept it. We're at 45 minutes. I wasn't sure how quick I was going to be able to get through this material, but I appreciate you joining. and you will get the recording so you can listen to it again if you want, and you have the handouts and the resources as well. So I hope that you found it helpful, and feel free, share the recording with somebody that you think might find it helpful as well. So, all right, have a great night, friends.